Hey guys, HSF Productions coming to you from the studio once again. Now, today's video is the first installment of my new series, Engines of CN. Now, today's episode is going to be about the EMD SD60. Just a note before we get started, I am not going to be covering the SD60F, which is another variant of the SD60 also owned by CN. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. To really understand the history of the EMD SD60s, you need to go back to about May of 1981. May of that year was very bad for EMD. The reason was the SD50 locomotives had just been rolled out to the public, and they were really bad, actually. They had so many problems. To mention a few problems, lots and lots of electrical problems, engine problems, because the engine they chose was too powerful for the locomotive, and lots more. As the railways began to realize that the EMD SD50 was not reliable, EMD began to realize that they needed to make a new locomotive to make up for the absolute abomination they had just made. And that would come in the form of the SD60. The SD60 fixed a good amount of the issues with the SD50, such as the engine issues and the electrical issues inside of the EMD SD50's components. The first of the SD60s started rolling off of the assembly line in 1984, and the last of them rolled out in 1995. In that 11-year period, railroads such as the CNW, Union Pacific, Conrail, Norfolk Southern, and the Soo Line, and of course the Canadian National, purchased many of the SD60s. Somewhere in between the 11-year production period of the SD60, CN would order 89 locomotives, numbered from 5400 to 5489. That pretty much covers all the history of the SD50 and 60. Now, let's move on to the specs of the SD60. The EMD SD60 carried a brand new 16-cylinder EMD 710 G3A diesel engine, which was able to put out about 4,300 horsepower. It had 4 HTC6 axle trucks, and it had a continuous tractive effort of 100,000 pounds, and the locomotive weighed 368,000 pounds. Common horn types on the SD60 are the P3, the P5, and occasionally a few K5LAs. That pretty much covers most of the history of Canadian National's SD60s. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the first episode of Engines of CN. I will be doing one of these every Friday. I know this is not getting uploaded on a Friday, but I will have another one up next Friday. So yeah, thank you for watching, and this is HSF Productions,